along my way, I look around and my mother used to always say, show me your friends and I'll show you who you are. And I grew up thinking, oh, that's some bull. That's something that parents tell kids to make sure they don't go out to the clubs and party and do things like that. But I lived long enough now to see that she was right. Mama is always right, because mama love you. She ain't gonna tell you no bull. Mama was right. So now when I look around at 30 plus something, I see a lot of my friends seem to be stuck. When I do the homework and I ask them what their problem is, and they begin to tell me, and I relate to their problem because I have the same problem. And I started to do the research for myself. I found one key word. One thing that I had to admit that I was missing. And I found it in each one of my friends that were in the same position I was in. That key word is discipline. Discipline, my friend. What is discipline? Do you have discipline? Is your life governed by your discipline? Let me share a story with you. I once was engaged to a wonderful woman. She was very disciplined. She knew when to have fun, and she knew when to handle her business. And we were together for many years, like 9 years. And she reached a point that her dreams were just beginning to take off. And me, I couldn't get up. I was stuck. So she had to tear herself away from me so she could spread her wings and fly and have her dream. But I wasn't a dummy. I paid attention enough to know it's time for Kurt to get up. So I got up and I started to move. And my dreams started to come to me. But the first thing I had to do was to develop my discipline. I stayed on my job search until I locked in some work. If it fell down like it did when the devil threw his trick in, it fell down. I stuck to it and locked in work again in the shortest time of my entire life. I had jobs calling me left and right because I stayed diligent. I developed my discipline. I developed the discipline in just believing that I won't fail. And you won't fail if you develop that discipline. So once I started seeing the changes in my life, I decided, how far does this discipline go? How many other things can I discipline and take full control of? So I chose to go back to school. And so far it's been difficult getting the information together and finding out exactly how I'm going to do it. And the first thing I had to do is figure out a plan, make a goal, another form of discipline. Something I never did in my entire life. I created a goal for myself. I decided I would be a computer programmer. I started by coming to the studio with my best friend, and I couldn't even log in. I couldn't even log in to go online. I would sit there for 20, 30 minutes thinking that I'm doing something, and all I did was have a window open on the desktop, looking at the files on this computer, and wasn't even quite getting that right. And in about 5 years of disciplining myself and believing that I could learn everything through the belief of my best friend, I learned to rebuild the computers. I learned software, and I'm now prepared to go to school for computer programming. So friend, take it from someone that went from 0 to hero. It can be done. And once you realize it, don't stop. Continue your discipline and find other areas in your life to discipline. Like I'm learning other areas in my life to discipline. And guess what you're going to learn? You have way more strength than you ever given yourself credit for. So let's see it, my friend. Leave a message and tell me about it. This is the Sess Video Show. Thanks for coming and listening. And please be inspired and don't forget our key phrase. I'm too inspired to be tired. And I'm too motivated to be underrated. This is Sess Video signing off. And friend, don't forget, smile. When you're down and you feel low and you can't feel the feeling of getting up, smile anyway. It works. You can do it for yourself and it makes you feel good. Sess Video out.